Hello, everyone. How's it all going?
All going.
It's all going.
It's all going. It's all going. It's all knowing.
Everyone remember to put it in regular chat, not talk.
Yes, it is in regular chat now. Now it's in regular chat.
Now.
Yeah, I'm actually good at doing it by myself. With my computer, I forget to do it. But either way, I'm Alex. We have Devin and Meg here. We are doing our PAX Unplugged recap with talking about all the things. I believe Devin and myself, our voices are kind of in a little bit of a
They're
raspy.
almost back.
They're almost back. Meg is doing fine.
Dude, I've never heard you lose your voice as bad as you did.
It happens. It's happened at conventions before. It'll happen at conventions again. I talk a lot at conventions. Yep. And anyways, that said, we haven't really discussed a major format for the show. I think it's going to be some discussion around packs and whatnot, but also there's a game show. Devin has a game show prepped for me and Meg, so we're going to be doing our best to jump on into that. But again, since we haven't fully discussed the show, Devin, I'll let you take the lead because you suggested this week's episode.
Sure. I mean, we can start with the game show if we want, and then we can just move to PAX Unplugged after
Fine.
that.
Fine. Let's do that.
The other thing we do. I mean, I could talk about games if we want to somewhat follow our thing. I can talk about some games.
Let's talk about a game highlight. Let's all pick a game that we want to highlight as usual.
Also, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome aboard to the weekly live, the every so often frequently live. I appreciate all of you being here. You're all awesome. Meg, go ahead and be social.
Social.
Hello, Ryan. Hello, James. Hello, Brian. Hello, other Ryan. Hello, Srebni. Hi, John.
Meg, I'm going to be boosting
My
up your audio.
audio.
Yeah, I know. I gotcha. Okay.
Pump it up.
Get Bump it up. Pump it up.
Pump it up.
All right.
I mean, I can show you guys my PAX haul. It's very small. So when I went out to dinner with Jeff and Jamie and Jenna and Francis on Friday night, and while we were waiting, the place wasn't available, so we went and got we went to a board game cafe, which was full. So then we went to the board game cafe retail shop that was 2 blocks or 2 doors down or whatever, and I picked up Cockroach Poker. I have been really wanting to find Cockroach Poker Royale, and I just haven't been able to. Is that the new one from DeVere?
It's not new. It's Cheating Moth. It's
But I feel like you and I were at their booth at Gamma when they showed that off.
This is not a new game by any means, not in the slightest. It's a game that they've had in their line. I've heard things about it over the years. This time I had to buy their booth, and Akiva was with us, and he loves Cockroach Poker, and so he started asking questions, and the guy's like, just take a copy, figure it out. So we have a copy of Cheating Moth.
Figured it out. He's like, please go.
I mean, it wasn't that annoying.
This was my patronage of the local game store that was there. And then I played Nana with Maggie and Amy at Level Up in the summer, and I enjoyed that a lot. And so, okay, my haul's not that original. And so those are my 2 small backs ones, and then after
Trio is great, though.
my big box that thankfully made it home safely was a pickup from our good friend Pariah. Ryan came and helped work the booth at Lucky Duck, so he went to go get this for me along with a copy for himself. So I have Earthborn Range. Did you get it as? Oh,
Alex, that's not even funny.
Oh, you got excited? No, I'm sorry.
It's not even okay.
So Ryan went ahead and he picked up this copy of Earthborn Rangers, and I have the extra map that's in here, and then the insert that it comes with. So I have the 3 goodies that were available there. I have heard, I won't say anything because I don't think videos have come out, but I heard undercurrents of
Positivity.
High levels of excitement for this game.
I always ask people, my regular question is, what's the favorite thing you've seen or played? And the most consistent answer this week was Earthborn Rangers. People were like, I liked it, I saw it, they were very excited. So I definitely want to get a copy of that one. I already reached out to them to see if they want review coverage. It's one I might even buy it if they don't send a review copy, which is hard because it's an expensive game for sure. And my issue is always, I have so many things in the backlog, it's always hard to justify paying for things that often. But there are some that I do. Trio I bought. I just played it out there and I just straight up bought it. I was like, nope, $15. I'm not even asking. I'm just gonna. Yeah.
I did the same thing. A friend was like, I'm gonna go get Trios, and I was like, you know what? I was like, get me a copy too. I was like, I like that game.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the. I think the only thing that makes it different than Nana, other than the art and stuff like that, is there's this spicy game mode, and I haven't tried that one yet. But I do like the game overall.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I got 3 games, and then I took today off as kind of like a day of rest since the weekend was pretty crazy. So I'm day drinking with some port, and I wanted to spend time with my friends.
Yeah.
So
For me, as far as game
I'm
highlights, go ahead, Meg.
I was gonna say I'm hitting that liquid IV. I feel like I am the most dehydrated right now that
dude,
I'm
that
like
stuff
chugging
really
water.
helps.
Oh, I
That
love
stuff
it.
really
I love
helps.
it. It makes me feel instantly better.
I have a big like pack of the powder, tubes, and I use it when I go to the gym and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
thought he was gonna go get liquid IV.
No, for me, I'm going to highlight 2 games over here. Also, small box things in general. I have some bigger box stuff, but I'm just excited about these 2. We have Chomp, which I actually played at PAX Unplugged. Really like this as a small box game. Very excited for it. I find all play games, I always see them on the crowdfunding campaigns, and I always want all of them. But then some of them are good, some of them are great, and some of them are a little disappointing. And Chomp is one I was very excited about because it's got overlaying cards, which I generally like as a mechanic, and I love it. Based on my one play. I love it based on my one play, so hold off until more plays come in a review. There's also an expansion and stuff like that. And then also from all play, this Fiction, which I'm very excited to play Fiction because it's from Peter Hayward. It's based on Wordle. It's based on
Is that the one where one person is like you're trying to have them not guess the word and they're trying to guess the word?
I don't know if you're trying to keep it secret or not. I don't know the exact way it plays. There's always a lie in play, but it's Wordle with a lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to try both of these. We came back with a bunch of small box games. There'll be a full PAX Unplugged haul video on the channel, probably Friday if I had to guess. And there'll also be another video of me going through, my camera got all blurry, another video of me going through some of the best games I played at PAX, as well as the games I'm excited about, because I think there's lots of fun stuff. PAX, people have been asking for pre-PAX coverage, and I didn't have a lot, because I wasn't that excited. But leaving PAX, there's games I played, and there's games I'm excited to see come out. So much more excited.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm more excited for your guys' commentary about the show because you guys saw the show.
Well, I loved your I mean the Lucky Duck booth. I love your app integration. I mean the focus on high app integration from Lucky Duck. Really.
Dude, when Jeffrey reached out, I was like, yes, please. It's like, yes, please.
Did he bring the apps?
He brought them in a box.
That's what I assumed.
He had a bag of props and he brought it over. I love him so much.
So definitely check out the haul video because Alex and I did that, so anything that I got is also in that video. But if we're showing off a few little goodies, I'll show some of my favorites. Did I already show this on camera or just before we started? Not on camera, right?
I think it was before we started.
Guys, I got this Everdell blanket from My Little Everdell with the Andrew Bosley art, and it was only $20, and it is this huge, beautiful blanket. And another thing that I absolutely loved that I will show off to you guys is this book that I got. So Jenny of Tip Top Tabletop, she makes a lot of stickers, and then after that she made this book, which is the Book of Holding, and it's made out of sticker paper, like the paper that you would peel stickers off of. So it's kind of like a collection book that you can put all your stickers in.
Did you not want to show the other cute thing?
What other cute thing? Okay, well I gotta get it. Hold on.
I thought you had it right by you.
Brian, Meg's currently got a new mic because she's still playing with stuff. Her actual mic is at home, so I lent her a mic, but that means there's some tinkering going on, hence the volume issues. And while I'm at it, Pariah, I've covered Sirens on the channel. I enjoy Sirens. I enjoy Sirens. There's something I wish they did differently in the game that I suggested, but they did not implement, but it would make the game even better for me. But I like it.
I am very close to this mic, but I can go closer. Is this better?
It's much better.
Is it a mood mic?
Oh, it's a mood mic.
Hey, is that a Rode as well?
Yes, that's my Rode, which I don't use anymore, and I now use Yeti, so I gave Meg the mic I don't use.
My mic is not here at the moment. If you guys can't tell, I'm in a new studio. So I got this for Mifa. There's a company called Polymorph, but it's P-A-W Lemorph. And they make a bunch of like D&D based
That's a
weapon
cute
type
name
things for your dogs.
That's
and
a good
I
name.
know. And because you polymorph into animals. And so I got Mifa specifically the mace because a lot of the things, the way they're shaped, I wasn't sure if she would carry it like a weapon, but I feel like this one, she would carry it from here or like possibly the rope, but she is good at like, this is too big for her mouth to grab, so I think she'll carry it by this. So if I do, I'll get pictures and post them for people.
So that's not the one. That's another one. I was talking about the shirt.
Okay, guys. Well, it's all in the video, but
Wait,
this shirt.
which
I
shirt?
was talking about that calico one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's also
So I
wearing a PAX Unplugged shirt.
Yes, I'm also wearing
I
PAX
didn't even
shirts.
notice.
I was like,
that.
I don't
I got
know at
this
this
from
point what we're
PAX.
doing.
I got a lot
No,
of things, you guys.
No, Meg. I mean the other shirt.
Okay, hold on.
If you have another shirt, I was joking.
I also got the Sleeping Gods shirt.
Gee.
Say it again,
But in
Devin. Say
case-
it again.
No, Meg. I meant the other shirt.
Oh, the other shirt. Okay. So
I want you guys to know I'm not in on this bit. I didn't realize that she had this many shirts.
I also got this shirt. But in
No-
case you're confused,
Meg.
and you actually meant my hat.
I did actually mean your hat. When I said
yeah, so
shirt,
this is the
I
hat
meant
I got
hat.
as well.
Oh, I have a question, Meg, because you were asleep at the time when I came over. Why did you not want one of those hydras?
What the Tiamat?
Why didn't you want one of those stuffed hydras? I saw that and I thought it was yours.
I did. Alicia got the second to last one.
Oh, it
It's
was a
upstairs if everyone
scarcity
wants to see
thing.
it.
Oh.
You guys can riff. I'll go get it.
Dragon's Tomb is in the chat. We didn't play games. I need to give you my phone number because you used to mention my phone number. Like I don't check Facebook as often when I'm at conventions. I should do so, but I did not. But he reached out. I wanted to hang out with him. I wish I did.
He came by the booth like 2 or 3 times, but I was not able to play games. I would have loved to. Jeff, are you coming to? Is he coming to level up again?
Yes, he is. Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. Well, that's going to be a bit of a pre-stuff situation. With that, do we want to move to the game show and then talk about packs and other methods?
Yeah, sure, really quickly.
Oh, the last haul thing I got where One Sharp Joe gave me his acrylic tokens for Dune Imperium.
Beautiful.
So I've got all of his fancy tokens. Oh, okay. All right. You just have everything I have, Alex. All right.
I actually
The other
Meg,
thing I
do you
got
know
at
where?
PAX was Amber.
So this is the plush I actually got, which is a little witch. So I got her. But my best friend Alicia was at PAX this year, and she had to fly home, so I'm driving some of her stuff to her later, and she got this Tiamat from WizKids.
It's so cool.
It is really cool. The heads actually have like wire in them too, so you can like bend them different ways.
Alrighty. I am just
And that was Tiamat.
trying to get this to where it covers my face, but I see all of you guys.
That's
I'm a fan
basically
of
like
anything
half
that
of
covers
my
your
haul video.
I love you guys.
How do you store all your Zombicide minis? In plastic bags in the box in a way that would make a lot of gamers cringe, but it works for me.
But it works for me.
As James says, I was excited to say hi to Amber, and now I'm mad at you.
Yeah, no, the
Amber's
Sleeping
at
Gods-
work.
The Sleeping Gods shirt is nice. I'll go back.
Amber
to
won't be
this one.
home until late. She's got
I
work
did really like it.
all the way in Helena, and then she's got pole dancing.
John Frosty, haven't looked at the Nemesis campaign in that much detail yet, but I would say that anyone expecting a price point equal to 3 to 5 years ago has not been paying attention to the state of the industry and the cost inflation. So the idea that things cost more now than they did 5 years ago is just the way of the world, unfortunately. That's like, I can't speak for the ratio, but I'm sorry.
John Frosty, I don't know. Alex would be the person to know about the value of all 3 of those campaigns combined. All I know is I sold my original copy of Nemesis and have regretted it ever since, and I legitimately am considering getting all 3 of
Talk
those.
to me. Talk to me.
Talk to you?
I don't think I'm keeping my Nemesis.
I will talk to you.
I have like an all-in of the original and Lockdown. I don't have any of the new stuff, but I have an all-in of the original and Lockdown. And I think
Okay.
I like Nemesis because it's obviously the problem with me saying something casual on this. Like people will be like, "Oh, this isn't like." I like Nemesis. I think it's a fun game. I don't think I like it as much as I like other big box adventure games and all that stuff. And I definitely don't need all 3. That's for sure. The question I have is, do I need 1? And I just don't know. We can talk about that.
I will happily talk with you about it, for sure. All right, guys, we are entering into, and this isn't like a crazy long game show. It's only 10 questions, and it is in the format of Actually, if you have ever watched that show. I will give a question, or really a statement, and you guys can interrupt me at any time. And as long as you say actually at the beginning, and then give me whatever correction you think is valid, then you are eligible to win the points. I will say this: if you interrupt me and say I'm actually, or buzz in and say I'm actually, and you get it wrong, you can do it again, but you have to wait until the other person tries to answer as well. So as long as the other person has answered, and if they've gotten it wrong, you can buzz in a second time. So I've got 10 questions here that are only about board games. I didn't bring in UFC fighters. I didn't bring up Devin. I didn't bring up football.
Aw.
These are only board game questions because I love you too. All right. And this
Jenna's
is just
not here, so like honestly, all three of us, Jenna, Meg, and Alex, all three of us are like the worst when it comes to like we like board games, not much else.
You guys like me though?
Please, I always get the Devin. I think I'm 10 for 10 for the Devin
Meg
questions.
cleaned up on Devin questions. That's accurate. Okay. All right. John Tripp said Adam actually doesn't love you and it's all UFC.
It already started.
All right. Okay, guys. Number 1. Everdell, designed by James A. Wilson, is a tableau building and worker placement game that was released in 2018. Now,
Actually, it's designed by someone else too. Does that count?
So I will say this. I know that you're probably going off of Clarissa Wilson, his wife, but she is not listed on the original Everdell BGG.
Interesting.
So, if no one gets the thing I'm going for, I will give you a point, but I'll move on. Now, a much acclaimed universe, it was revisited most recently in Everdell Farshore, but the first major expansion was Watershed, one that introduced a new sideboard and the frog.
First major
ambassadors.
expansion is Pearlbrook.
Thank you, Alex, but you didn't let me interrupt, and you already did. So per the rules,
Is that the
Per
rule?
the rules.
Is that the rule?
For the rules, you have to wait until they buzz in
That's
before you
fine.
can.
Then her point.
So,
Then her point.
Actually, it was Everdell Powerbook, which I also knew. So at least that.
your facial
I did
expression
point
told me that you knew it, right?
Yeah.
I will give Alex a half point on the Clarissa Wilson because I was also surprised when I went to go look. And if you get another half point sometime later in the game, it will add up. Because
Which means
I
it
was
doesn't
also
tiebreaker.
surprised when it didn't show on there.
I know that she's another designer on it, so like I don't know why she's not listed.
No,
but
I know
it's true.
it as well. When I looked, I was like, it was one of those things where I was like, if I say that, and then they're like, on the BGG list, it doesn't show. I was like, I'm screwed.
You should
Okay,
just not mention the designer at all. That would have been a solution.
that's fair. Part of the making these questions was interesting because I had to add so much information in to where there were
Right.
things that people might be.
And you also disappointed in you. Like calling it Watershed should have been plenty. You added cyborgs. Like why?
Sideboards. What?
Did you say cyborgs?
I said introduce a new sideboard.
Oh, I heard cyborg. I'm like, Watershed was plenty. Why are we introducing cyborgs into Everdell? Obviously, that's wrong.
Yeah, so if you guys have seen the newest Everdell expansion, Battlestar Galactica, it introduces
I thought you said
Cylon.
cyborg. I was like, Watershed, that's cute. Then you said cyborg. I'm like, that is stupid.
Oh, gotcha.
Go ahead.
Apparently, there's a story about why Clarissa was removed, and apparently it's a sad story. Okay.
My
Okay,
day just
so-
got ruined and I haven't even started. Yeah, George,
Yeah.
I'm appealing acrylic tokens.
Okay, number 2. Twilight Imperium 4th Edition, the highest rated version of the game, is one of the best representations of the 4X genre, which stands for exploring, expanding, extending, and exterminating. This is
Actually,
Yes.
that is not what 4X stands for.
What
it
does
stand
4X stand for?
I have to say it.
Yes. If you think this is
I have
where
them,
it's
actually.
inaccurate, you have to say it.
I know, this is what I don't know. Do I have to get them in order? No.
No.
No, you just have to get all 4 of them if you think this is what is wrong.
God. I know it's what's wrong. Exploration, expanding. Tell me if I hit wrong, Alex.
I'm not helping you.
You're 2 for 4
Well, no,
right
if
now.
I'm wrong.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. You're 2 for 4 right now.
Exploration, expanding.
I'm gonna
not
give you
gonna be
10
able to
seconds
do
on
it.
this.
I
I'm
know
not.
it.
Try and do it, Alex.
All right.
Actually, it's explore, expand, exploit, exterminate.
it is exploit and not extend. That is correct. Alex, you have a point.
And a half.
Parentheses point and a half. And 1-1 right now. Okay. And definitely Chad got that as well. All right, number 3. Dune Imperium, one of my favorite games, combine. I put that in because I thought it would be like, oh, actually, no, it's not.
I want to.
Actually, it is your favorite game.
Oh, incorrect. Now you have to wait for Alex. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Combines combines deck building and worker placement in the world of Frank Herbert's sci-fi classic. In the game, players compete for a limited number of victory points across up to 10 rounds, sending troops from their garrison into conflict, while also building influence with the Fremen, Bene Gesserit, Highliner Guild, and the Emperor.
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
that's not the 4 guilds.
Okay, what are they?
It's Fremen, Bene. I might not say it right.
That's
Fremen, Bene Gesserit.
Yep.
God. Again, I'm not going to be able to do this.
I knew it was wrong. I just don't know what it is.
Fremen are the blue. Bene Gesserit. None of them else have weird names, I don't think.
The only problem is I'm not even gonna try because I saw chat, unfortunately, and that I didn't know it. I should not pay attention. I should like not look at chat, but I'm looking at chat. With the 4X's, I saw chat too, but I knew them so well.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna be able to do it.
I'm not gonna buzz in because I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what it is now, but
it is not the Highliner Guild. It is the Spacing Guild.
Yeah.
Highliner is a location on the Spacing Guild board.
Yeah,
it is the one where you spend 6 spice to get 5 troops and 2 water, and also deploy extra into the combat.
Yeah, successful. So when he said a limited number of points, I debated actually that, but in theory, you could argue it's a limited number of points.
It is limited by rounds as well. There are only 10 combat cards.
You said a limited number of points. So in theory, there is a limit before the game would end. So like it is, yeah. I didn't.
It is technically correct.
Correct.
Technically correct. All right. So no one got that one. It's still 1-1 with a little asterisk half over on Alex's side. All right, Alex just got another half point. Alex is up to 2 now.
Actually, Dune is not only based off of Frank Herbert's book, but it's based on the Inca.
On the what?
The Inca by Jodorowsky.
Ooh.
That's a true actually fact.
Oh, okay. That doesn't negate the fact that it is also based on sci-fi. That's just a cool fact. All right, Meg's got a quarter of a point. It's 1.5 to 1.25. Okay, number 4. Just One is a competitive party game for 3 to 7 players.
Just One is cooperative.
That is correct. All right, 2-1. 2-1. I was hoping I could get past it and you guys get lost in the noise.
I like how most of yours have been a little later on, so it does throw you off.
Yep. The rest of it was for 3 to 7 players, published by Rebirth Production. It challenges players to discover as many mystery words as possible. Identical clues are limited, so be as unique as you can. But Alex caught on to what I was doing. All right, 2-1.
Actually.
All right, I negate all extra points. You guys are fucked. Alrighty, number 5. If you're looking for a competitive legacy game, then look no further than My City, in which players work across 25 episodes to develop their city through
it's 24 episodes.
That is correct. That is correct. It is 24 episodes and not 25 episodes. Alrighty, Alex has got me on those 2, unfortunately. So it's a 3-1. Alrighty, number 6. Cthulhu Death May Die has expanded to 4 seasons across 3 epic Kickstarter campaigns that have raised nearly $6 million in funding. The most recent being the Fear of the Unknown campaign, which brings more gameplay in the Mythos universe created by H.P. Lovecraft.
I won't know this one. Actually, it's 3 seasons?
No, it is 4 seasons.
I was wondering with that because I can't remember how they categorize it. You want to say it all again?
Cthulhu Death May Die, and keep in mind, Meg, you have to wait till Alex tries an answer now. Cthulhu Death May Die has expanded to 4 seasons across 3 epic Kickstarter campaigns that have raised
2 epic Kickstarter campaigns.
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
Cthulhu Death May Die has published 2 seasons in each of their campaigns. It's only been 2 campaigns. It looks like chat got it as well. I was trying to be sneaky about that one.
You did. Because I was pausing on the 3 because I don't. They have weird ways they categorize it. And I was thinking like earlier. I was like, was it 3? Is it 4?
When
I can't remember.
I said 4 seasons across 3 Kickstarter campaigns quickly, but I saw you like do this, and I was like, oh god, does he already know it?
I was focusing on the 4. I wasn't sure if it was 3 seasons. And I think that tripped me up
Yeah.
to the next sentence.
Yeah. Alrighty, number 7. One of the most surprising developments in BGG rankings came recently when Gloomhaven, which held the number 1 ranking for a long time, was surpassed by Brass Birmingham, a Martin Wallace title. Since the initial ranking upset, gamers are curious if Pandemic Legacy and Ark Nova will pass Gloomhaven next, as they sit at number 3 and number 4 respectively in the BGG rankings.
Actually,
Yes,
Pandemic Legacy did surpass Gloomhaven.
that is correct.
I did
It
not
is
know that.
already number 2. Gloomhaven is number 3, and Ark Nova
Oh, I
is
think
number
I did
4.
know that.
Yeah, you knew
Well
Good
done.
job.
All right, so I think that is 4-2.
Yep.
Yep, 4-2. All right, Meg, still have it in you. There's 3 questions left. Number 8. Star Wars Rebellion, a thematic representation of the raging conflict in the Star Wars universe, was designed by Corey Konietzka, and it positions players as either the Rebel Alliance or the First Order. Each side has different win
Actually,
conditions.
It's not the First Order. It's the Empire.
Correct. It is. It is. I would have also taken Galactic Empire, but yes, it is not the First Order. It is the Empire. First Order comes later. So well done, Alex. You have snagged that one as well. Okay, number 9. A Feast for Odin, one of Uwe Rosenberg's 5 titles in the BGG Top 100, is set wonderfully in the life of a Viking village by the art of Dennis Lohausen. Players must work to come back from a negative 86-point deficit by using the numerous worker placement spaces available across 7 rounds.
Actually,
Mhm.
it's negative 84.
Nope.
I'm actually this without knowing for sure exactly where things are, but I'm gonna just say he only has 5 tails in the top 100. Did you say 5? Or you said what did you say? You said
I
5.
said 5.
I'm gonna say he has only 4 tails in the top 100, but I don't actually know.
Incorrect. The Norwegians expansion adds 4 new islands: the Isle of Man, the Isle of Skye, Islay, and Outer Hebrides, with Irish coastal Viking settlements on the backside: Waterford, Wexford, Cork, and Limerick. And I will read it again if you guys want.
He only has 3 titles in the top 100.
Nope. All right, do you guys want me to read it again?
Do it again, sure.
Mag, it's up to you to start this time. A Feast for Odin, one of Uwe Rosenberg's 5 titles in the BGG Top 100, is set wonderfully in the life of a Viking village by the art of Dennis Lohausen. Players must work to Yep.
It's a pretty horrible rendition.
That is a subjective quarter of a point. So
I don't think that's the artist.
It is the artist. Yeah.
Darn it.
Players must work to come back from a negative 86-point deficit by using the numerous worker placement spaces across 7 rounds. The Norwegians expansion adds 4 new islands: Isle of Man, Isle of Skye.
Actually, you're not just using worker placement spots, but you're also doing other actions without worker placement, like purchasing.
A technical expansion of what the mechanics are, but not an incorrect thing that I said. So I appreciate the extra information there.
I don't know.
All right. We will leave this up to no one. Uwe Rosenberg actually has 6 titles in the BGG Top 100. Alex
higher.
went the other way. You should have gone higher. It is funny, like, Alex, I get to see, like, as soon as you're like, I don't believe this, and you tilt
As
your
soon as
head.
you said
and I'm
5, I'm like, I don't know. It's not 5, but like, I did not.
Dude,
know
he's
this
got
6.
6, man. It's insane. It's so crazy. Oh my goodness. All right. Number 10. This is the last one of the game. This will be probably one of the hardest ones to deduce. Number 10. Mansions of Madness is a good game.
It's not a good game.
And Alex gets the final point of the game.
Oh, I correct the wonderful part, and that's subjective. That's subjective. But
You're right, Meg. But it's funny.
actually,
I could not. I'm sorry.
You should have said it good. You should have said Manchester Madness is an excellent game. Good just sounds a little off. Oh, was that really lit?
Yeah, that was it. That's it for number 10. All right, that was my. It took me longer to write those than you'd expect. You have to put like a lot of information into it to. Like,
So what I would do is I would go to ChatGPT and say, please write a short synopsis of this game. And honestly,
That's
it
fair.
probably got something wrong. But yeah. No, and then just change one fact about it. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that was it. It was just a short little gameplay. I literally made that game so we could just hang out today.
Aww.
Srebme, the top 100 list without Devin this year, unfortunately, just timing-wise and travel-wise, is going to be starting sometime in the next few weeks. We don't have an exact date. I believe the current game plan, it's not certain, but the current game plan is for Meg and I to do the whole thing, just the two of us. We try to get Jenna involved. She's not able to make it.
We could do a live stream for the top 10.
I don't want to do it over thingies. I think it's at the same level.
Yeah.
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 But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on your visit, maybe you want to join us the top 10 top 10?
Top 10, top 10. What do you mean by top 10?
The 10 to 1.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's the top 100. Oh, is that what you
Yeah.
meant? You meant being here doing a live stream?
Oh, I mean, I meant doing a live stream, but
When are you
I
traveling
don't know when you release it. I mean, it would that would depend on
When are you
your
traveling?
two schedules. It was sometime in January was the plan.
Okay, so let's talk. I'm open to doing a top 10 together. We'll figure it out. Anyways, top 100 is going to be starting at some point soon. We have to figure out the exact schedule, the exact listing. It's always a toss-up as to know the best way to do it. Sometimes I do it once.
Talk about potentially live streaming the.
We talked about potentially live streaming it in general, so that's an option as well. It's also timing wise. Sometimes I try to do it, cram them into like a 2-week period, and sometimes I just do one a week across 10 weeks. So there's gonna be different ways we could potentially do it, and I don't have a firm answer. What I can tell you is, we'll live stream it and then play games after this.
To this.
James says even better non-stop live stream until you finish a playthrough of all 100.
Jeez.
That's kind of crazy, but it's not a bad idea if we did live stream the top 100s to follow up with one of the games played like that week as well.
I'm okay playing a bunch of those
Like
games.
we did it Wednesday and then did a playthrough Friday morning.
We should do from every bunch of top 10. We could do a playthrough.
Right, pick one.
We pick
Yeah.
one. I'm okay with
That's
that.
what she was saying.
Yeah, totally. I'm down with that. I'm down for kind of having chat, kind of to a
We're
certain
always
extent.
like, ooh, we really want to play this one, and then we can pick ones we actually will play.
Yeah, I mean, we have our Tuesday night live streams. We can always potentially stream Tuesday night live stream playing the games. Invite AP for the ones that need more than 2 players. I'm totally fine with this plan. Yeah.
All right, we're doing it.
Excellent. Cool. Anyways, point is this, that we are going to go ahead and be doing the top 100 very shortly. It's shortly to be defined as, my guess is we'd probably start doing them within the next week or two. Ultimately, I have not done my top 100 yet. I'm going to start doing that maybe this week. And maybe Meg will start doing hers next week and we'll potentially get it all done. Okay? And with that, everyone, moving on to PAX Unplugged recap. We're going to go ahead and dive into some PAX Unplugged stuff, just some general things about the show. I'll just start off by saying I walked into PAX Unplugged and I was completely not excited about almost anything. The one game I was excited about was Evacuation, which I heard didn't make it, but I saw people playing it, so I don't know whether those are other copies or some made it later, I don't know. But I was not overly excited about PAX Unplugged. Just no titles really were on my radar as far as things being shown, demoed, for sale, all of that. But I had a good time. I played a bunch of games I really enjoyed, got to spend time with people I really enjoyed, and just overall had a great time. I think that I'll start with a particular highlight for me. Possibly the highlight of the show for me was Creature Caravans from Red Raven Games. Sat down to play that one. I sat down with Meg to play that as a demo, meaning to be like...
That's the first one I was going to say, too.
Oh, you take it off. Take it away.
Did Ryan teach it to you guys?
Yes. We were in there just early enough. We were in there because we had exhibitor badges. We were in there a little early.
He's
so
a
probably
super sweet human.
They're so sweet. They are so. Every time someone ever talks about how much I do, I'm like, have you looked at Ryan and Mallory? Have you looked at them? They design, they publish, they illustrate, they play music. They're just insane human beings. And they also they have 3 kids, all that stuff.
They're also just super scholastic or intellectual people. I was at Gen Con. I was prepping for the Cosmoxus party that you guys came to, and we were taking stuff to the venue. And they passed by us, and they were like, "Yeah, we're just gonna go to some of the local museums around and like just go like to just see some stuff, see some of the sites and learn a little bit about like." It's like on a convention weekend. I was like, "You guys are fucking legends." I was like,
They
"That's
are
amazing."
they are insane
Yeah.
human beings. But yeah, I sat down to demo the game. It was definitely one I wanted to play because I've seen it on crowdfunding, but I never really got a good sense of the gameplay. And then it was kind of one of those things where we sat down, they taught us the game, and then we started playing, and just didn't stop. It was like, oh, we'll just play 2 rounds or 3 rounds, and it just went the whole way through. Just did not stop going through the game. I had an absolute blast playing it. To me, it felt like now or never, but in a condensed time frame. It was an hour-long play, simultaneous play. I think it could legitimately work as a 6-person game in an hour, hour and a half, and it just gives you a lot of tableau building as you play cards out and try to get things done. Absolutely had a
Yeah.
blast with it.
In Creature Caravans, there's a grid that you're trying to work down, and you're going from start all the way over to the safe place because there are these things that have like fire fairies going in them and making them zombies. So there's like a weird bit of lore as well that it's very charming, but it's not really a race because you're not trying to get from point A to B fast. You're trying to do it as efficient as possible while optimizing as many points as possible. And the biggest thing that you're trying to do is the cards that you're playing. They're also your resources that you can discard them to be things that you can, it can become bread that you can use to play other cards. But a big thing about the cards is they all have these tags. So certain ones will only score if you have X amount of a certain tag in play. So a big part of the game is drawing cards, going through all of the ones that work really well together and making sure those are the ones that you play, because you can only play 12 characters. You can play items to the characters, one item each, but you can only play 12 characters. So once you hit that threshold, you can't really get more of those tags in play for scoring. And then there are other ways to score throughout the map, but I think the biggest part of the game is how the map facilitates the card play.
Yeah, I completely agree. It was great. Really, really, definitely one of my highlights.
And very
Is it
charming. Like, I had
so?
a
I
dragon. I had
highlighted
a
PAX
medieval.
Unplugged, but like, where does it rank for you guys in terms of Red Raven games? Like,
It's probably my favorite.
okay.
I
Have
know
you guys? Did you guys do Sleeping Gods? I never did. I just didn't know.
separately. We did separately.
I really
Okay.
enjoyed Sleeping Gods, so I think for me it depends what type of game you want to be playing. Because Sleeping Gods I could play for 6 hours, whereas Creature Caravans, if you only have a limited amount of time, I would rather play that than dive into something like Sleeping Gods. So I
Gotcha.
think it's more of a time thing than a preference.
Yeah, I agree with
Okay.
that. I think it's also a person thing. I don't think it's necessarily the best game. I think that for me, Sleeping Gods 1 had a lot of things that I really liked, and then some things that I was less enamored by. But I thought it was incredibly impressive, and it's one that I'm excited for Sleeping Gods 2. But when it comes to this one, when it comes to I just think I'll play this so often. So Sleeping Gods is arguably better and more impressive, but this to me is probably my favorite game for them.
What's the standalone Sleeping Gods thing that they had at PAX?
Was it actually standalone? You know which video you saw that in. Who knows if it's standalone?
That's fair. That's fair. I was just trying. I was just trying to remember because I don't like. I remember seeing the campaign for Distant Skies and all that stuff. I haven't heard anything about that one that he showed off on Dragon Tombs video.
Yeah, I think
I
that
don't think it was Distant Skies. It was something. It was a different box. Yeah.
don't know. Above and below?
No, it's a Sleeping Gods title. I don't think it was Distant Skies on it.
There's a smaller Sleeping Gods little game. It's not Distant Skies, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, because it
I
showed
don't
it in the Dragon Tombs video.
I don't remember if it's standalone or not. I don't know if it's actually standalone, but it might be.
That's fair.
But anyways, Devin, what did you see or excited about?
Oh goodness. I mean, things that I wish I could have gone to see. I wish I could have gone to Direwolf to check out Uprising. It was probably the one game that personally I would have liked to have gone over and maybe grabbed myself a copy. I didn't end up pre-ordering it, but
I did.
you
They had a
did?
cheaper option for just the cards.
Man, I feel like you just served me up on a platter there. I just fell right into that.
But I did pre-order.
So I would have loved to have seen that. I'm excited about Earthborn Rangers. In terms of games, oh man, there were quite a few that people were chattering about that I was interested in. Did you guys? So I know Jenna played Galactic Cruise. Did you guys go play it? Because I heard that it was like Viserta light, like inspired by him, but not so as heavy. And his games have always interested me. So the concept of like one of those, but not as brain melting, sounded intriguing. There was a. No, you go. You go,
Yeah,
buddy.
I used to say I saw it at Gen Con. It looks very impressive. That style of game is not my go-to visually, and so I'm
Sure.
not
Sure.
excited about it, but I have heard good things. I assume I'll play it at some point, but it's a weird thing. It's not a critique of the game. I didn't play it. I'm just not excited about it, but also I think that it's probably a good game. And no, sir,
There
Mima
was
did not get Isla played.
We
there
didn't
was
get to Crown.
What's up? The
oh,
King's
I
Old
Crown,
wanted.
Kid's
yeah.
Crown. That one looked really pretty. You guys had that at the Airbnb.
Yeah,
It
we
was
only
Jenna's cup. We didn't get to play it though.
yeah.
The one that there was one I only heard a single person talk about it, and they came to the booth and they were talking about stuff, and I was just asking them what their highlights were, and they at one of the corners, because I actually went to search for this in the limited time I had at the end of the convention, and I couldn't find their booth, so I don't know if I was just given wrong instructions or if I just somehow missed it, but in one of the corners, supposedly the far right corner from where I was, there was this little indie team that had a sci-fi game called Engage. And it looked, from the photos that the people shared with me, it looked really pretty. But they're like an indie team, and I don't have the photos because they weren't sent to me. They were just visibly, shown on a phone. But it looked really interesting, and I think the website is called Engage the Game. So I'm probably going to go look it up this week because I was super curious about it. But that one was intriguing to hear about that. There was this like RPG game that was kind of like in the middle of the convention hall that I can't remember what the name of it was, but it had like a really gorgeous booth design and kind of looked like a haunted house, something going on. But I didn't really see a lot, so yeah, I
Were
was
we at
definitely
the
like,
convention?
what? Were we at the
Were we
same
at the same
convention?
convention? Two of those. I'm like, I
Uh,
didn't do that.
I'll try to remember the name of it,
Oh,
but
did it have a giant Grim Reaper?
maybe.
I remember the
It
giant Grim
looked
Reaper.
like it had like a more monochromatic, like black and white
Mhm.
aesthetic to the RPG like
Oh, and did it have
presentation. It was at a
demons?
corner of a walkway. Did it have what?
Plush demons?
Maybe.
That I think it is an RPG that became a game. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was really pretty. Like the visual presentation of it was really pretty. Um, but I have a question because the booth for you, I assume you guys might know more than me because the booth was right in front of us the whole time and it had a huge. Have you guys played Eschaton at all?
No.
I've seen it at
Uh,
every convention. It seems to have a big presence at every convention, but I've
Yeah,
never
it
played it.
seems to have a huge presence and like big booth for just like one game, and
Yeah.
it's not like the publisher and a bunch of titles, just that one game.
You're
And
like,
it's
we're Lucky Duck. We have a booth at every convention for our 7,000 titles. And they're like, we got a game. People like it. They keep
we
coming
got
back.
we got a game. They do better than us in that regard.
What about you, Meg?
So we played Creature Caravans. I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed Defenders of the Realm.
Defenders of the Wild, I think.
Realm.
Oh, there's
Realm?
two
She
different
literally
games
held
that-
up a T-shirt to show you.
Oh, I just because Pariah mentioned the same game.
Defenders of the Realm. So this one
Legends
is by
Retold.
It's
This
and
is
it's the
by
first
Greater
one.
Than
It came
Game?
before the Wild.
I have a question, guys. Do we feel like board game names on the whole are getting too long?
I think
sometimes.
it's essential
this-
sometimes to differentiate.
This is self-critical towards us as well, because we've got so many colonized names at Lucky Duck, and then also just like Defenders of the Realm, Legends Retold, 2, The Path of the Exile.
So
The
Defenders of the
14th
Realm is a game that came out in 2008. I want to say, but may have been later. Defenders of the Realm has been out for a long time by Eagle Griffin Games, and Sense of the Multiverse, Greater Than Games, is redoing it. So they're
Oh,
changing
so
the
that's
game.
a redo?
That's why it's called Legends Retold.
That's great. That's
Yes.
great.
It's kind of like Kingdom Rush Elemental Uprising, or alternatively, my favorite is what's it called? Oh my gosh, Horizon Forbidden West, Seeds of Rebellion, first of its name, sequel to Forbidden Dawn, the board game,
The Unbroken.
the Unbroken. But the genuine name for that is Horizon Forbidden West dash Seeds of Rebellion.
It's no way.
That's the name. That's the actual name.
That's not. No way. Is that they added Seeds of Rebellion to
Yes.
the title?
Mhm, mhm.
Steve Forged. What are you
It
doing?
they may have been forced to. It may not have been their choice.
Oh my goodness.
Licensing.
It might have been to differentiate it from the video game.
Yep.
Maybe. That's crazy. Dash Seeds. It's got a colon, a
And
dash. parentheses
The board game.
brackets around the house.
It might not be called the board game. The last one was called Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game. This might not be called the board game. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be. It's got seeds of
Rebellion.
rebellion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
but anyway,
excited for that.
Sorry, Meg, you were telling us about the game. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It was the girl's turn, so I understand.
Oh,
Confusing, I'm putting it back.
dang.
No, yeah, so I really enjoyed that game. That one is one I would say similar to something like Zombicide, where it has a bunch of minis that are spawning like in a I can't think of the adjective I want, but overwhelming way. And you are moving around as these different defenders and fighting them and feeling kind of powerful, but also like it's always trying to mitigate what's happening and not really moving forward in the game. You're not really ever getting ahead. You feel like you're just dealing with all the things that are spawning. But I really enjoyed that aspect, and it is something almost like Zombicide, but very cute. Everything was beautiful, and I really loved the sculpts. The map was beautiful, so I'm excited.
Is
I'll
it
play more of
similar to Project Elite in that regard?
I mean, in the
In which
loosest
regard?
sense.
No, it's nothing like Project Elite. I guess the only
Thanks,
way,
Alex, for giving me a little bit of a throw.
the only way it's like Project Elite
In the
is
loosest sense, about
the-
as much as your religious.
Stop interrupting the girl, Devin.
when the minions spawn, they move along different tracks that are all moving toward your central tower. So I would say that's the way it's most similar to Project Elite. But I would think it's more similar to something like Zombicide.
I liked it.
Cool.
I liked it a lot. I played the original Defenders of the Realm, and I enjoyed it, but ultimately I felt it was too close to Pandemic. Like, it really just felt like Pandemic. It had a big system in the game where it's like, once you have more than 3 in an area, it goes boom, like the whole system. But there were more systems... There are more aspects that are similar to Pandemic, but this one really felt... It felt... Again, we didn't play a full game, so take it with a grain of salt. Always take opinions that are with a grain of salt until they actually played enough times to call it a review. But I really enjoyed my few rounds that we played of Defenders of the Realm. And the only reason... Go ahead.
Legends Retold.
That is going to be crowdfunding, I believe, Backer Kit in 2024. I would have happily kept playing that one. The only reason we didn't is we had a friend who was waiting to go to lunch. So we wrapped up after a few rounds, but I would have played the whole thing.
And then I also loved River Valley Glassworks. That one was super fun. And then there was a fourth one. There was 4 that day. Oh, and Twinkle Twinkle. That's a game
Little
by
Star.
what Eamon's company.
No, Devin, we shortened the name because board game games are getting too long.
What is Eamon's?
I don't actually know. Levity Games.
Levity Games. By Levity Games, it's Twinkle Twinkle. It was a prototype. It was very fun. It was this tile drafting game where you're drafting clear acrylic tiles and then placing them into a galaxy to get different point optimization between different technologies near certain things or completing constellations. But I really loved that one, and it was compact so that it all goes into like a little zippy bag that you can take it anywhere. All 4 of those games, I played all of them on Sunday, and by the end of Sunday, I was so happy that all of them were great.
The festivities between us give me monikers. Oh, nah. Devin and I have a little bit of a bite. Anyways, but yeah, no, I let me see. Let me think of another highlight I had. For me, I talked about Chomp already as a good game that I really enjoyed. I'm trying to think what else there was. There were definitely other things that I've played and enjoyed, but I cannot remember them for the life of me right now. I will say this, Devin. Have you started your Arkham horror VR game? Augmented reality.
I did. So I assume you mean Arkham Asylum.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a demo of that, and I don't know if it's the best escape room game I've ever played. I know it's not. Let me phrase it. I know it's not. But the way they integrated the app and the VR and augmented reality into the game made it a very compelling experience. Like, I am excited to dive into that one.
So I am about 2 hours into it. I think it's maybe broken up by chapters, and we maybe played 1 or 2.
They're supposed to be playing about half hour each. So that makes sense for you.
I think it is. Look, I also had like a comparison contrast moment where previous to doing that, because it's on the ground right there, is the Arkham Asylum files, and I played one of those like mystery like you kind of like Sherlock Holmes consulting detectives, but it's one of those like mystery game night things that it gives you that you can play over 1 or 2 nights. And it was using like penny novels and stuff. And they sent it to me for review. I ultimately just like said, "Hey, I don't think this was for me. I don't want to review it."
Wait, what was it? Wait, sorry, what wasn't for you? The game?
The other gameplay experience that I had that was
A
sent
different
to
game.
me
So
was a
not
different
Arkham
game.
Asylum.
Not Arkham Asylum. And
Okay.
so I played that other one, and it felt rough around the edges, and it felt like
From them or a
a
different company entirely?
different company entirely. And
Okay.
so I had like that experience, and then I played Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Asylum felt really fun. Like I have critiques about it, but it was just really fun. It was just like the VR like having the city grow, and like you have like a board that you build the map up into. Um, like little constructions of the buildings of Gotham City, and the app does like some augmented reality of what's going on there,
Yep.
and it was just a really like delightful little exploration, and the puzzles were fun, and when we found the solutions to them, it felt really satisfying from a group perspective. There were 4 of us that played. It was 2 couples. It was me and Amber, and then some friends from Texas that came and visited with their kids, and we just played one night for like 2 hours and did like the whole 1 or 2 chapters or something. And like we've got, I can rebuild it and restart, or and continue, or fully just
And
restart.
supposedly they
I
have
liked it. I
plans.
liked it.
Supposedly they have plans to be able to let you reuse the content with modular downloadable packs. Supposedly.
What happened?
Supposedly they have plans to let you download modular packs that let you reuse the content you have in new ways.
Oh,
Supposedly.
that would heavily, because to me the biggest critique is a lot of board gamers are gonna, I think, gasp at like the price versus what the time you spend with it.
Yes.
And to me, like the amount of time you spend with it versus what you spend on it, monetarily wise, I think really comes down to like going out to the movies or something like that.
Yep.
Like the kind of like cost per average is really like, oh, instead of going out for the movies, we're going in and we're spending this time on this activity, and it's like an isolated one-off thing. So if they fix that by giving you replayability with other modular stories or like mysteries to solve with the same content, I think that would fix probably the most apparent critique that many people would have, which is the cost of entry to it.
And it is replayable too, which is nice.
Yeah. So I liked it a lot. I'm glad you had a chance. I think I reached out to you about it after I played it, and you said you hadn't had a chance. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you had a chance to do it. It was fun. It was fun.
Devin, anything else for you? And then we might start wrapping up.
I mean, the biggest things for me were just the nighttime hangouts that I had with you guys and with other people. My days were kind of manic. I was after midday Saturday, I was the only one running the booth. But I had a fantastic team of demo staff. George was there, Ryan was there, Aaron Taylor was there, Chris Kidlet was. I had a lot of people. My brother was there, so I had good support at the booth. But my brain was somewhat scrambled the whole weekend just because of that. So like. Getting to come back and hang out with you guys on Friday, getting to see you guys Sunday night, all that was really like a nice breath of fresh air in terms of like, I can do big social groups, but it burns my batteries a lot faster. And doing the smaller group hangouts
Forever, for the rest of my life, I will be referring to a thermometer as a fever tradition.
Madam President.
What?
Were you not there for that?
I don't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. We had lots of party games going on. So Clover, monikers. Oh my gosh.
I was just gonna say, for anyone who does enjoy conventions like this, we talked about a lot of the games for PAX, but for things for you guys to travel with, I would say the top 3 games that we had the most fun with was That's Not a Hat, which was actually a ton of fun. So Clover, which is a great word game, and our #1 party game that we play at all of these things we do is Monikers. If you haven't tried Monikers yet, and you have a big group that likes being outgoing and is into that type of a game, highly recommend Monikers for everybody. We play it all the time.
And if you have a smaller group that's like 5 or 6 or less, at Thanksgiving I played Skull with my family, and Skull was also a great party game. But yeah, we play Monikers all the time.
Us two guys.
Yeah, I missed Fever Tradition. That must have been another night. But man, there was something. I was trying to think of a game that I was going to play with you guys, but
Just one?
I
The
don't-
one you game, the competitive game that you brought?
I did bring it. I did bring that. That's right. I brought that one, but I didn't bring it over with me when
Yep.
I played.
It was a lot of
But
fun.
yeah, no. I mean, for me, highlights was just personal time in the evenings. You know, that was I went to a single mixer,
Correct.
and
so-
that was the Kick-Axe
KTPG.
one. Oh no, KTPG. I did go to that one. I did go to KTPG. That was actually another, like, in terms of games, I really would like to play Layers and How to Save a World. I just
Yeah.
didn't get the opportunity
Yeah.
to.
I like how to rule the
So
world.
Other than KTPG, I went for like 20 minutes to the Kick-Axe one to just say hi to all the Ivy Studios people, and some of the Cephalair people that I know. But other than that, I really just made every single one of my nights hanging out with friends, and that was cream of the crop for me. That was my highlights, was just getting to see all you guys.
You're a sweetheart, Devin.
So
But with that, I think we're going to wrap up our PAX Unplugged coverage. There's lots to get done. We're all dealing with, catching up from 4 or 5 days of whatever, and life does not get slower. That's just how it works. It does not get slower ever. We pretend it does, but it doesn't.
can I say one last thing?
Please, Devin.
Thank
Life
you
doesn't
once
get
again.
slower, but Devin does.
for sure. Devin is so much slower this week. Thank you once again to Stacy for planning the Camp Co-op hangout at PAX.
Stacy's
Appreciate
great.
you leading that, Stacy. That was a lot of fun to be able to see everyone and to hang out. And I mean, you're the reason why we had a thumbnail tonight today that was the three of us, because we actually took a photo there.
Yep,
So,
that's Stacey Everdell in chat too, to anyone who sees her in chat.
yeah, Stacey Everdell, thanks so much. You're awesome. And then Alex, your segue, you got it, bud.
Perfect. Anyways, thanks so much all of you for being here. Appreciate all of you. We will be back next week with some sort of live show, as we generally are. Whoever's there, I do not know yet, but we will be back. Past that, we are hoping, we're supposed to have a Tuesday night live show on the channel. We didn't this week, unfortunately. We were filming some Nemesis Retaliation gameplay. There's some interesting things to
Is
see
that
in
what's
video.
behind her?
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw those doors. I was like, that looks like doors
Devin,
in
we're gonna
Nemesis.
tell you something after we hang up.
After we hang up. That wants us to watch
Everyone
the
watch
video.
the video.
Everyone wants
It's
to watch it.
hilarious.
And Level Up, James. Level Up's going to be February 2nd to 4th. If you want to go ahead and come to Level Up, make sure to go ahead and check out the website, buy tickets, all those fun things. We'll be at Level Up, as will be a whole bunch of other people. Your favorite people in the boarding space, not in the boarding space, all those fun things. And until next time, everyone, I hope you have a good one.
Love you guys.